We're talking today about the federal by-election in Toronto-St. Paul. Bit of a surprising result, Catherine. I don't think anyone's expecting a Conservative victory on Monday night.
Absolutely not. Not even the Conservatives, to be quite frank. Look, I mean, we had been hearing for weeks, the Liberals were saying this was going to be a win, that maybe it was going to be a little tighter than usual, because we have to understand that Toronto-St. Paul's is a Liberal stronghold. It has been for over 30 years. But so they were expecting, you know, somewhat of a narrower win, but they still expected to win. The Conservatives, on the other hand, did not see this coming, but, you know, I think we can see that voters really sent the Liberals a message. They are frustrated just in general, I think, with the cost of living, housing, inflation, but also they're frustrated about the capital gains tax, because it does actually affect a lot of families. You know, this is a bit of a wealthier riding, but also what we heard a lot is on the Israel-Hamas war, a lot of frustration from voters who think that the Liberals do not have a strong enough position in favor of Israel, because there is a large Jewish population in the riding. So really a surprise all around. It was pretty tight. I think we can say that. We only got the final results around 4 a.m. Yeah. And in the end, the Conservatives won with less than 2%.
Yeah, I'll admit I went to bed around midnight after the Oilers game. And at that point, the Liberals were winning by about 10 percentage points. So I can only imagine this was a painful one for any Liberal that was watching that lead get less and less and less throughout the night.
Absolutely.
How are they reacting today?
I think it's a mixed bag right now. There is a lot of surprise, and there's also, you know, those who will say, "I told you so." Mm-hmm. So we've been hearing all kinds of different reactions. Certainly from the leadership of the party, we've heard from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that he is disappointed, but he's saying that he understands the message and he'll try to do better for voters. We've also been hearing that, you know, understanding and reading between the lines that he is not going anywhere, that he will stay. But I think we've been hearing from, you know, some veteran MPs who are in the Toronto area. Judy Scrow, for instance, I talked to her earlier today, and she was saying that she actually saw it coming, that she and her staff had been at the doors in Toronto-St. Paul's, and they could see the frustration. They said, look, it wasn't necessarily personal towards our government. I would maybe dispute that, but that's what she said. She said, voters are just grumpy right now. They don't, you know, they had to send a message, and message received. There are others like John McKay, who's also a veteran Liberal MP, who's saying that actually he really thought that Leslie Church was going to win. And in the end, I mean, you know, maybe there will be a rematch in a couple of months.
Yeah, and generally these Liberal MPs, they're supporting Trudeau still. There was some talk he might resign if this was a loss.
Yes, that is the speculation, because that would have, you know, it is sending certainly a shockwave across the Liberal caucus. I think a lot of, knowing that even Toronto-St. Paul's can be won by a Conservative, I think that a lot of MPs right now are thinking that their seats are not safe, especially in Toronto. So there's certainly, look, I'm sure there are some discussions, but openly right now we're not hearing any official calls for Trudeau to resign, but I'm sure that there are a lot of internal discussions. There are a lot of people talking right now on the best way forward. The other thing I will say is that some MPs have actually come out and said that it's too late to change. At this point, you know, Justin Trudeau is the best chance they've got for the next election, and he could try to save a couple of seats. He's a great campaigner. I followed him around. I have seen that he is pretty efficient, but at the same time, what we've seen is that he is clearly not an advantage for the party right now, and you know, the question is, would someone else do any better? Yeah,
and next general election would have to happen by fall 2025, so the clock is ticking on that.
It is.
So how are the Conservatives reacting, real quick before we go? What's the mood in Pierre Poilievre's team right now?
They are on cloud nine. They're very happy with the result, and they really think that anything is possible. Really, I think this shows that they are able to secure wins, you know, that they haven't seen since 2011 when Harper had a majority, and they are able now to really think that Toronto could become blue, so they are extremely happy at the moment.
Yeah, we're in Michael Ignatieff territory right now.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Catherine, and we'll see you next time.